you go, there you go. Give it up for Xochitl, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, Xochitl.
Have a fast grip that like a other me. I'm gold up, but just like it gold breaks. That's what.
This is I'm a Mute Iraqi with the Voice by Anonymous. I am an Iraqi, but was never asked personally what was better. Saddam threatening to destroy me if I crossed him politically? Or tons of deleted uranium, napalm, bullets, explosives, and other unfamiliar concoctions besieging me at some hidden corner of my street? I am an Iraqi, but was never asked personally what I wanted. Freedom to vote for men and women I know little about who may or may not better my life, or to be able to safely step out of my house. I am an Iraqi, but was never asked, do I want democracy or the tradition of my ancestry? I am an Iraqi, but was never asked personally by those who've come to rescue me, have we really benefited you, my dear, since the day we came near, or have we simply made a mess of your little hut? And this is my response, the reality of the mist. They wake before morning, making breakfast to prepare themselves for today's chamba. Mientras al rumbo, the sun rises and greets their drowsy bodies and the dew resting on the ripe vines. Soon the sound of rustling leaves becomes background music to some workers catching up on the latest chisme, but most are distracted by today's competition of who will earn the most pennies. The sun intensifies, making beads of sweat form on skin, trickling down their necks like the once excited pace. That all changes when the mayordomo pulls up, trucks with fertilizer following closely behind but disappearing into the vineyards. In a rush to build the pace, a man slices his calloused palms with the rusty pinzas, but there is no hesitation as he returns back to work, ignoring the stinging naked wound, for he knows that he cannot risk losing a penny. The sun becomes brutal, encouraging beads of sweat to grow. Their bodies begin to ache for a cool breeze to maybe pass their way, and suddenly, an almost divine mist flushes through the crops onto their skin. They open up to it as a child would to their mother after being apart. Nobody tells them to turn away. Nobody tells them to cover up, to hold their breath. Nobody tells them the reality of the mist. Nobody cares enough to tell them that they're being poisoned by their own relief. Are these the conditions they deserve? The people who harvest our food, our beloved friends and family, not even getting the few extra cents they need? Hear their voice as they strive for the conditions and pay they deserve. Hear their voice as they protest outside of corporations only to be ignored. Hear their voice, for they are constantly put on mute by companies who claim to give what they can afford as they bathe in their own filthy wealth. Hear their voice, for they are never asked what they want or need. Face reality, look in front of you. Ask them, have they really benefited you, my dear? Those who claim to rescue you from poverty? Or have they simply turned your house into a little hut?
Xochitl, guys. Xochitl, was that fun?
Amazing.
Wasn't it amazing?